Welcome to another video, guys. So last week we went over how to patch a tire at home with a kit that you can buy online. Today I'm going to show you in a professional shop what we would do. And sometimes, unfortunately, you have to take it to a shop. So the Audi SQ8 actually has noise cancellation foam in the tires. So this is put in there just so it makes the ride a little quieter. And unfortunately, those fix-at-home tire repair kits won't you might get lucky and it might work. Unfortunately for me, it didn't work. I wasn't able to. Honestly, I didn't know. To be fair, I didn't know this was going to have that stuff in the tire. So I just did the kit like you normally would on any tire, and it got me home. It wasn't good enough to last. I was still slowly losing psi. So I brought it into the shop to check it out, and then I found out it actually has this in there. So I will show you step by step what we had to do. So I already know what tire it is. It's my left front because the car actually told me, and that is the one that I keep losing pressure in. And since I also did already check it, that is the one that I tried to fix. So I'm going to lift it up. Make sure you do disable the air suspension before you lift it, otherwise it's going to be a very costly mistake. You want to pop off the caps off the wheels. So there's on top of the lug nuts, there's actually little caps. So pop those off first. So the caps are 23s and the actual lug nut is a 19. So we took off the caps while it was on the ground, we loosened the lug nuts, and then we lifted it. Once it's lifted, we took them off the rest of the way with the impact gun. Now we're going to use this soapy water solution to make sure there isn't any other leaks. You would just do this the same that you would do at home. I already know where it is, but we're going to just do this just so we can show you how it's done. Make sure you check the valve. You're going to check all the front, all the back, and then all of the actual center of the tire. So when we find it, it's going to be in the center. Mark it with a piece of chalk. Once you know there's no other punctures and you found the hole, mark it. Then you're going to pull out the valve stem using a valve stem tool. This will take all the air out of the tire, and this is going to be the step one to separate the tire from the actual wheel itself. Be careful when you do remove this. It's under pressure, so it might just shoot out. So be very careful. Okay, so in a shop, we've got tools, and you're at home, you wouldn't have this, but you might. So just break in the seal. You're going to go do both sides. This just makes it easier for us to remove the tire from the wheel itself. Here we're going to use the cardboard just to protect the lip of the rim. These are pretty good rims, so I don't want to damage it. So here you can see this lining on the inside of the tire. It's glued in place, and this is the reason why a home kit might not work on this kind of tire. So what we're going to have to do now is we're just going to tear into it. It's basically just glued in place. So use a cutting tool. Be very careful not to damage the tire itself, and you're just going to scrape this stuff out. We're going to use a grinding wheel, and we're also going to make sure the adhesive in this spot is very clean before we try and put the patch itself in. Just like on the home kit, we're using a drill, but you're going to drill out the hole basically that where the puncher is. You're going to make it a little bigger, that way this kit goes through the hole properly. Here's the grinding wheel. We're just cleaning it up right now. You're going to put a good amount of rubber cement. This is going to hold the patch in place. You'd also use this if you did it at home and you just put the tire repair kit on. It just is that added measure just to make sure this sticks. This does have double-sided sticky tape, but you know what? It's better just to do with the extra rubber cement. Okay, you're going to put it through the hole. You're going to pull it nice and tight to this side. It's better to use something to pull it like pliers. That way you can get a good amount of pressure and you make sure you really do seal it. Once it's in there and you've given your pressure for at least 15 seconds or whatever your kit tells you to do, go on the inside and just press it down all around to make sure it is stuck in place. So we're using like a little tool here as well to do so. Okay, reassembly. So we're just going to lube up the tire. This is going to help it go back onto the rim a little bit easier. And the main reason you need to use a shop is we're going to have to rebalance the tire just because we have modified the inside. So by cutting this out, you're going to throw off your balance. You are going to need a special type of pump to pump this up. A normal pump that comes with a car isn't strong enough to put enough pressure back in to reseal the tire. But the kit the machine that we have is on shop air, so it's going to easily do enough tire pressure all at once so that reseals the tire. Make sure you do put the correct PSI in. Check your owner's manual. It's also on the inside of your fuel cap or in your driver door. And it also tells you by how many passengers you have. So we're going to rebalance the wheel now. This is super easy. The computer basically just tells you where to put the weight. Put it back on, hand tighten, put it down, tighten properly. Make sure you do torque to spec. So it's 160 Newton meters or 120 foot-pounds of torque. Once you completely finish, make sure you do reset your air suspension before you drive it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this has helped. And honestly, if you're not sure, take it to a shop. You don't want to risk having a blowout or any other problems in the future. Please like and subscribe. And if this has helped you, please recommend it to somebody. Or if you have any questions, let me know and I really will try to help make a video for you guys. Thank you for watching.